Yo, what's happening, Raider Nation? It's your boy Soto here. You know what it is. Raiders versus the world, talking about the team that the world loves to hate, your Las Vegas Raiders. All right. This is set up to release on Super Bowl Sunday. We all know the Chiefs and the Eagles are playing Super Bowl Sunday. Go Eagles. Now, we all know there's a dead week in between the championship games and the Super Bowl. That's so the NFL can make more money, right? Now, there's a media week going after that dead week into Super Bowl where everyone asks a bunch of players a bunch of questions. They're in media all day, the whole famous thing, I'm just here so I don't get fined. We all heard of that before. Well, Travis Kelce, the tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, or as I like to call him, the tight end that will remain nameless, just went out on just if he wasn't already so unlikable, because look, is he a good player? Yeah. He's also kind of a douche. He went on his media day and he was asked, if you had any questions for the media, what would you ask? And he played the victim card to the T and said this.
If I could ask the media one question, why are you guys leaning into this whole ref thing? You know what I mean? Like, why are you guys leaning into it? That's all I got, though.
Look, I know you guys couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And I'm thinking back and I'm like, there is no freaking way this man can sit back and honestly say he doesn't know why. Now, can you agree with it and not agree with it? Sure. I get that. I understand that. I agree with the refs giving the Chiefs unfair advantages, or I disagree that the refs are giving the Chiefs unfair advantages. But to sit there with a straight face and say you don't understand why people would even ask the question, well, sir, let's start with why. Let's start with this 2023 conference championship game against the Bengals. You have a controversial call where I'm going to show you that I can't show you the video, okay, because I'll get popped. But they have Joseph Asai pushed Patrick Mahomes out of bounds. I will show you the screen clip. Patrick Mahomes was not out of bounds when Joseph Asai first made contact. That shouldn't have been an extra 15-yard penalty. Because of that extra 15-yard penalty with less than 10 seconds left in the game, it gave the Chiefs an easy chip shot kick to go into the Super Bowl. And as you guys can see here, Joseph Asai's hands are already on Patrick Mahomes. He has not landed out of bounds. He is not out of bounds. That is not an extra 15-yard penalty. There was 9 seconds left in the game when that happened. Is absolutely ridiculous. That's just one example. And there's another one in this last championship game against the Bills. There's a ton on this one. A phantom face mask call that gave the Chiefs an extra 15 yards, and they scored a touchdown on the very next play heading into halftime. Another iffy call, another quote-unquote 50-50, if you want to call it that goes in the Chiefs' direction. The commentators show their displeasure, and even Gene Stellator, the leader of the refs, is like, man, that wasn't a penalty.
Guess we just talked about he's been a little bit... Gene, you like that call?
Now, Tony, there, you got a hand on the face mask, but you really don't have grab and a turn on it. I'd like to see them stay off of that one.
I like it. I agree.
Yeah. Earlier this season, we saw the Chiefs get bailed out in the last second by a pass interference against the Cincinnati Bengals. It was kind of a questionable call, right? But when these calls go the other way, when it's a Chiefs defender and they're way more blatant, they don't get called. Look, this is what happened against the Saints. Look at this. Contact way early, and then a little bit later, you see that the defender had the receiver hooked the entire time. Okay. Maybe that was like a little bit of a 50-50 call, okay? What do you say about this one against Kyle Pitts in the end zone against Atlanta? Look at this one. Right here, you could totally see the defender is not going for the ball, is not looking at the ball whatsoever, has his hands wrapped around Kyle Pitts, move it a little bit further, and you see again, not going for the ball, not making a play for the ball, doesn't know where the ball is, just has his hands around Kyle Pitts. This was a no call. Incomplete pass. I don't know, man. Look, I'm not one to be a conspiracy theorist, but when there's so much evidence, it's pretty rough. It's pretty tough to combat. Not to mention, you have Jawan Taylor, the right tackle, false starting literally on every single play. Here's an example. Again, I can't show video because I'll get popped, but these are still shots. I'm going to show you right now, okay? Notice the ball does not move. The center hand does not move. Okay, Before the snap, at the snap. Before the snap, at the snap. Jawan Taylor is moving, and he does this almost every single play. It's not hyperbole. He does it almost every single play. All right, here's one. This Buffalo Bills game, if I was a Bills fan, I would still be pissed. Let's take a look at this, okay? You have James Cook running for a first down, all right? I have a screenshot right here. James Cook getting tackled. Look where his knee is. Look where the ball is. Past the first down marker, okay? This is where the ball was spotted. Really? Okay, fine. But look at Dalton Kincaid at the end, towards the end of the game, okay? He gets tackled. Look where his knee is. Look where the ball is, okay? Look where the ball is spotted. This is getting pretty ridiculous. Now, on the fourth down play, the very next play after that Dalton Kincaid play, it's the Josh Allen sneak up the middle. Now, I'm going to give you a couple different angles, and then we're going to go back. First, here's the first angle of the furthest Josh Allen went on the sneak. You can't really tell where the ball is, right? I understand from that angle. I get it. But there was an eye in the sky angle. Here's a top view. Okay, now we can see the ball is tucked. He has both hands on the ball, and it's tucked right under his chin. So from that angle, we can tell where the ball was on the first angle. Let's go back to the first angle, and I marked it where the ball would be right under his chin. That was not marked first down. Look, I'm not saying that the Chiefs get every single call. Or am I? Okay, look at this graphic from ESPN. Okay, if you guys don't understand what I'm trying to say here, this is since 2021. These are penalties against the Chiefs as opposed to against their opponents in the playoffs since 2021. The Chiefs have had 36 penalties called against them. The opponents, 66. Penalty yards, who cares? Now, when has the Chiefs have more penalties than their opponent? 0 times. They have, since 2021, they have yet to be penalized more than their opponents. That's not a coincidence. All right. Now, we take a look. The opponents have had more penalties than the Chiefs 10 times. I just don't know what to say. I really don't. And then you have Travis Kelce with a straight face saying this on Media Row.
Why are you guys leaning into this whole ref thing?
Yeah, it's gotten so bad and it's gotten so obvious. Even Roger Goodell said something. This is what Roger Goodell said. Good old commish said, "It reminds me of the script, that I write a script for the entire season. It's a ridiculous theory for anyone who might take it seriously." Well, it's being taken seriously enough for the executive director of NFL referees to comment on it as well. This is what Scott Green said. Commissioner Goodell's comments that it is ridiculous to presume that NFL officials are not doing everything possible to make the right call on every play is spot on. Officiating crews do not work the same team more than twice each regular season. It is insulting and preposterous to hear conspiracy theories that somehow 17 officiating crews consisting of 138 officials are colluding to assist one team. You know what a liar says? Why would I do that? Why would I lie? That's what a liar says, because that's like proving a negative, right? It's like you can't do that. It's like it's very hard to prove it. Like, why would you? I don't know. Maybe because this liars lie. Maybe because if you get caught in something, you want to lie so things don't get blown up in your face. It went so far as to be put on a very popular show. Maybe you've heard of it, called the Pat McAfee Show. This is what Pat McAfee had to say about this whole situation. Check this out.
They're calling them cheaters.
Yeah, they are.
They're saying the refs are working in Patrick Mahomes' favor. They're saying that all the bullcrap calls that we hate about football seemingly always go in the championship's favor. How come Patrick Mahomes always getting these calls everybody else isn't getting? Lamar Jackson, who we will certainly talk about later, he got hip drop tackled on his sideline super late. No call at all. This comes right after a game where Patrick Mahomes was seen flopping on the sideline, which everybody say you can't do that. If you're going to be the face of football, you can't be flopping around like that. You can't be taking advantage of the situation that you are, Patrick Mahomes. Houston Texans, hell of a season. Thank you for representing the AFC South. But the Houston Texans, I think Joe Mixon and many others, even Coach DeMeco Ryan said, you know it's going to be when you're playing Chiefs. Okay? you know it's going to be. No, what does that mean? We all just have come to understand that the refs are going to help the Kansas City Chiefs. That is seemingly the narrative that everybody's bought into. If you're a Chiefs fan, you say, hey, sorry, ball bounces our way. If you're the rest of the NFL, you're certainly going to be finding reasons to hate the team that's gone back-to-back as Super Bowl champs and looking to do something, which is win 3 straight. But it has got loud. And Troy Aikman was basically, I'm done with it.
Awesome.
This is bullshit. All of it. I don't like any of this stuff. The calls are crap. They're trash. I don't like the way they're calling this game. I don't like the way Patrick Mahomes trying to take advantage of it. And I think as that continues to happen, maybe the refs will have a little better eye on it all. Maybe they'll be able to stay focused. But this is what happens when you're at the top of the mountain. This is literally how it goes.
Yeah, man, look, I get it. I understand. Am I saying it's for sure happening? Well, it's for sure happening, but am I saying that it's like a big conspiracy against the other teams in the NFL to make sure the Chiefs have a three-peat? I wouldn't go that far. And let me take the Chiefs side, okay, for a second. By and large, for the most part, the Chiefs have home field advantage. And normally, it's normal, right, to have the away teams have more calls against them than the home teams. But when it's this obvious, when it's this blatant, and we're not even always talking about penalties. We're talking about penalties that weren't called, penalties that were called that were fake, and bad spots. That's one thing you can't quantify, the bad spots. How many bad spots were made to help the Chiefs get first downs and to hinder the opponent from getting first downs? I don't know, man. It's just being real rough right now. I am hoping that the Eagles make it happen because has to stop. It has to stop one way or another. It's just gone a little too far. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if you think it's a conspiracy, you think it's a coincidence, or the Chiefs are just that damn good and that damn lucky. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure, like, comment, subscribe, and share to all your socials. It is the absolute minimum you can do to help this channel without doing absolutely anything. All right, guys. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. Until next time, everybody. Peace. Hey, Raider Nation. Thanks for watching. There's plenty more where that came from. Go ahead and smash that like button. Drop a comment. Make sure to subscribe and share to all your socials. It's the bare minimum you can do without doing absolutely nothing.